All right, we're back. So for this video, I wanted to actually finish this. Um, I'm pretty much happy with where we're at with this, and I want to move on to other projects. So I feel like I've kind of accomplished what I wanted with this, and I decided that I'm not going to do any sort of user auth or any real way to uh, track user history or anything, but I am this is a public repo, so anybody who wants to use it and uh, make it their own, it's up on my GitHub if you want to grab it. Um, so yeah, so basically what I want to do now is since we made it work, I want to now make it right. So I want to just make it look better. Um, yeah, so uh, we can restart this. Okay. So at this point, since now we have all the functionality there, we can actually make the copy make sense, right? So that's why I don't ever spend that much time except for some of the aesthetic uh, on the landing page um, until the whole thing's done. Same with the actual code UI and styling. It's like, let's get the buttons to work right first and like make these views work and get it functioning and um, and then we'll make it look right. Especially since cursor's super good at that. So yeah, basically the rundown is this. We can do a quick demo. Um, you open up this chat, we start a voice.
Hello, I'm Elliot, your coding tutor.
Hey Elliot, let's do a really simple Python problem.
Great. What topics interest you most? Working with
String-based.
strings? Perfect. Let's work on a beginner streams problem. Word counter. Here's what we need to do. Read a text file line by line and count how many times each word appears, then
No, no,
display
no,
the
no,
top.
no. Iterate over a string. That's it.
Perfect. Let's work on a beginner strings problem. Character counter. Here's what we need to do. Iterate through each character in a string and count how many times each character appears. For example, if we have hello, we'd get H1, E1, L2, O1. Should I create this problem for you?
Okay, so once he explains the question, uh, he'll ask if we want to actually do this question, and it'll stop the chat, uh, and we'll create yes or no. So when we press yes, it'll resume the conversation. It will also populate this side of the editor to where we have like a problems panel that's going to appear. So if we press yes, Anthropic is now taking in this transcript and processing it to turn into our problem for this side of the view. Cool. So yeah, now that you can see what I was trying to explain. So basically, yeah, Anthropic took all of this chat history and then processed it, and then uh, we then populated this problem panel where we can diagram and it will know about it. We can then also generate a diagram from this process as well that'll appear here. And then this is where we do our pseudocode, and then this is where we do our actual implementation. And all of these uh, all these views and entities have mappings back to the chat. So um, yeah, so just for fun, because the coolest thing to me right now is this generate diagram that I did yesterday. Let's see if it works. Okay. And also it's doing the same thing again where it did the wrong generation. Interesting. Yeah, we're not doing valid palindrome. We're doing Interesting. The reset doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff in this that is not going to be perfect. Um, Let's just see if it'll do it again.
Hello, I'm Elliot, your coding tutor.
Hey, Elliot. The wrong problem got populated into my workspace. We need to do the one where we find the common characters.
Got it. Let's work on a medium string problem. Find common characters. Here's what we need to do. Given an array of strings, find all characters that appear in every string, and return them as a list, including duplicates. For example, if we have Bella, label, roller, we'd return E, L, L, because those characters appear in all strings. Should I create this problem for you?
Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, so it worked then. 50% of the time, it works all the time. All right, that's cool. I mean, I'll take it. Uh, and then let's see if this actually works now. Okay, there we go. There might have been like a caching issue or something. I don't, even though I hard refreshed, but yeah, sick. Or E, L, and L. Okay. So yeah, this is where we're at with it. There's a lot going on here, so I want to see if there's a better layout that we can do. Um, yeah, because this is pretty crammed. These panels also need to collapse. This one does. Is it still there? Okay, cool. That's still there. I don't think this will be. Yeah, that we lose it then. Um, yeah, let's just see what we can do. So let's create a new branch. Um, Layout upgrade. Okay. And we are going to rely on AI for all this pretty hard. Okay, tutor chat, code editor, dashboard, diagram editor. So we want to bring in all the files that we want to change and assume are relevant. Code editor is there. That's the big one. The tutor chat. Question sidebar. That's we need that. We'll do question detail too. Okay. We should run ask. Okay. Right. Yeah, ask. Okay. And then we'll do one of the more higher level files like layout. And I think that should do it. This should be purely front end, like styling. I'm not trying to change any of the logic too much. I need this layout for the dashboard to be much cleaner, more efficient, and polished. Right now, it is way too crammed and hard to see all the components and overall flow UX. Okay, let's try that. All right. This is funny. It's like I check my user. It's like there's like another $40 left out of what I should have. I'm not gonna, I don't know. One of the things I'm gonna definitely start doing is working on my own uh, satellite editor some more because the prices for cursor is only gonna go up, and the the moat of where they're going with how automated it's all gonna be is way beyond the scope of what I need it for. Um, I'm pretty I'm pretty clear on how I like to move around the editor. Um, and I'm pretty close with satellite to uh, make it pretty functional. And the whole goal of satellite was just to basically not get those stupid ass, uh, yeah, these types of usage limits or be subject to any of the cursor like pricing increases, which will happen. And it's so the goal is to have satellite going that I can offload the cost for like simple solutions or things like this even. And then when I need to do real work that maybe requires a bit more complexity, um, I can do it in cursor. So yeah, that's what the whole satellite name came from was basically I was sick of having to spend token costs on fixing like TypeScript errors for like any and all these stupid unused uh, variables that get assigned and never used and it's so I wanted to offload all that and I have all kinds of ideas for satellite IDE um, where even I'm thinking about trying to use like a Hugging Face local model to just do that type of debugging for me because I think some of those models are getting there. It's more I don't have the compute to really do it hardware wise. But at that point, shit, you could you could vibe code for free. I mean, you wouldn't because satellite IDE, you just plug in your own Anthropic API, and so we take out the middleman of what Cursor's doing. Um, but if we're using a Hugging Face model that's free, uh, all the cost goes out the window. So, I mean, not all of it, I guess. But you got to pay for electricity and all that. But and like your computers. But uh, that's kind of my high level goal with satellite is to save money. Okay. I think the main difference is with cursor, the context output I can get from it is probably a lot more than what I can get from satellite. Because at the moment I'll break the code and satellite IDE itself when it tries to output more than one file at a time. Um, so this is a great use case for when to use cursor. So yeah, let me read through all this and see what we get. Okay. So it's basically the same there. Clean tab based on much better spacing, improved visual hierarchy. Okay, let's see what we get. See if we get 100 plus errors in the first one. Okay, dashboard, here we are. There's one. All right. There's one. Gonna fix another one. Okay. Sorry, just want to see the difference. Added AI mode. Okay. Not sure. Yeah, there was some stuff I remember I needed to basically remove. Okay, well. Okay. Let's see what we get. Huh. Tell you what. This is kind of cool. Okay. Code. Cool. Diagram. Cool. Chat. Interesting. I still prefer the chat panel, but I did like the idea of the tabs. Yeah, let's fix that. I still want a side chat panel, but I like the tabs layout. And I wonder if maybe we don't even need a panel, we just make a little chat box. God, I mean, in theory, I don't even know if you really need to. The main use case is you're talking to it, so I don't even know if technically the transcript doesn't even need to be there. You could save all kinds of room, and then it just gives you a yes or no. Because at that point, if you want to know about the problem, you just look at the problem. You're already in the game. So, yeah, I think we're going to do a big reductionist design here. It's got me all crazy about this cursor shit. Usage-based spending this month, $11 out of 50. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't use any agents. Usage. What the fuck are you talking about? Included in Pro. So I don't. Yeah, I would have to spend more time understanding the billing. Okay, whatever. Um, Clean tab navigation. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay.
Hello, I'm Elliot, your coding tutor.
Hey Elliot, let's do FizzBuzz real quick.
Perfect. Let's work on a beginner loops problem. FizzBuzz. Here's what we need to do. Print numbers 1 to 100, but replace multiples of 3 with fizz, multiples of 5 with buzz, and multiples of both with FizzBuzz. For example, 1, 2, fizz, 4, buzz, fizz, 7, 8, fizz, buzz, 11, fizz, 13, 14, fizz, buzz. Does this sound good to start with?
Yes. Okay, let's see what we get. Nice. Nice. Why do we have two arrows? Okay. Cool. Cool. I don't hate that. Okay. This can go away. Whatever. Okay, let's generate the diagram, see what we get. Fizzbuzz. Okay, so at least it gave us the right. Yes, okay, so that's good. The first test at the beginning of the video, of course, fucked up, but now we're grooving. Dude, that's sick. That's really sick. That's clean. This is exactly what I wanted. Something simple as hell.
Hello, I'm Elliot, your coding tutor.
Hey, Elliot, can you tell what problem I'm working on?
I'm doing well, thanks. I can see you're working on the fizzbuzz problem. You've got the function signature set up, and I notice you created a diagram to help visualize the solution. How's your approach coming along? Are you ready to start implementing the logic, or would you like to talk through the algorithm first?
No, can you explain my diagram and make sure I did it right?
I can see you created a diagram to help with the fizzbuzz problem. Let me take a look at what you've drawn and explain it back to you. From your diagram, I can see you've mapped out the fizzbuzz logic flow, showing how numbers get processed and when to output fizz, buzz, or fizzbuzz. Does your diagram show the conditions for multiples of 3, 5, and 15? Let me confirm you have the right logic flow before we code it up.
Yeah, can you see the middle nodes?
I can see you've created a diagram for the fizzbuzz problem, but I'm having trouble making out the specific details of the middle nodes clearly. Could you describe what you have in those middle decision nodes? Are they checking for divisibility by
Yes.
3, 5, and 15?
Yes.
Perfect. Your diagram has the right structure. The middle nodes should check divisibility by 15 first for fizzbuzz, then 3 for fizz.
Okay, cool. So that's pretty good. Wonderful. So he's aware there. And yeah, okay. I doubt that works. Nope. And then this is going to break it, I'm guessing. Yep. I don't really care. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, overall it's pretty much there. And then, oh, cool. So it shows up there too. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to do a separate video where I actually demo this for real and we go through an actual problem. But for this video, I just wanted to just clean up the UI because it was so cluttered. So we're getting close. I guess the last thing we can do is make this better and more relevant to what the features are. So why don't we accept okay, and then we'll save this. Layout upgrade dashboard complete. Cool. Okay. So there's still enough context here. This should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so yeah. Okay. I want to now redesign the landing page to reflect the features of the dashboard UX. Be specific with the features and I don't know, UX. Here we go. I think I get a kick out of getting 200s more than I get a kick out of just like prompt engineering, like visual feedback loops. I also feel like a moron when I prompt this kind of stuff versus more technical things because what do I is it make it better? It's like what the fuck? Make it more better. Just keep expanding. Just keeps going like a sound wave. Make it better. Make it more better. Make it more better. Make it more better. We're gonna go nth to the more better. This shit's so funny. 2024 CodeJitsu. Yeah. Yeah, I called a lawyer and got all this set up. So don't even think about stealing it. Cursor said it's copywritten, so it's good to go. Yeah, this stuff's going to be in my GitHub if you want to pull it down. You can do whatever you want with it. Ooh, hoo-wee. Hoo-wee, what do we got? Bunch of bullshit. Okay. Tab. 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 We can fucking do auth in fucking 5 seconds, but we can't figure out how to do appos. Okay. That's probably my settings more than cursor, but I blame someone. Here we go. Oh man. Not my style. This is kind of cool. That is pretty cool actually. It created like a little version of the dashboard. Okay, I mean, why our UX works. Yeah, I mean this is, and then it comes up with this stuff. It's pretty funny. It's not bad looking. It not my thing. Okay, let's keep going with it. At least it's getting there. Make it more Swiss electric future space design. No emojis, SVG icons only. Yeah. Swiss electric future space design. You can take that too. It is pretty sick that you can fucking do that. That's cool. Demo's not real. Launch dashboard. Got me there. This is clean. I mean, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. This is really for me to just learn Python and get better. I think I'm gonna do a video series where I actually like vulnerably show myself learning Python with this thing, um, which is why I called it CodeJitsu, because the idea was it was gonna be, yeah, like the joke was CodeJitsu, find your comfortable place in coding hell, um, because that's kind of what jujitsu is you fucking suffer until you get better. So yeah, and I like it. I like Python, even though most of the work I've ever done is in TypeScript and Node. So okay, let's see what we get. This could be fun. True vibe code fashion. Don't look. Okay, that looks better. That's sloppy. Meh. Could be better. That's close. It's still very sloppy. And don't use cards. Be more creative with the way we uh, lay out the copy. I still don't know an articulate way to tell it not to use 100 million cards. Cards, cards, card, bullet point. I'm cool with that, but um, like I've done some projects where I tell it not to use cards, and it gives you some pretty cool shit. Um, so yeah, I like the grid background. I always have. I thought that was tight. I don't like the cyan. I don't like the pink. I do like this. This is like anything that comes out of that refactoring UI book, that's what you want to do. So yeah, reader accessibility is what you really want to account for and think about the most when you're doing UI stuff. So I'm looking for things that, I mean, this is pretty clean, to be honest. Like, if this was like black, I mean, like, if, okay, if the primary color was gray and then it was stuck on that, that would be a pain. Like, that would bug, that wouldn't be good. This is good. That's cool. I mean, a little accent color is fine. Um, I mean, overall, this is super workable, but it's just not my style. So let's keep letting it print and we'll see what we get. I am ready to transform my Python skills. Okay. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I like better. Huh, that's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's sick. It follows you down there and then stops at the end of the section. That's sick. And then, yeah, this is way cooler than a card. Why, fuck a card? Why do we need to encapsulate that? Look how clean that looks. It's like a nice French dish where you have like a little piece of food in the middle of a big plate. Simplicity. This is nice. Yeah, this is tight. This is tight. Should probably read it experience the future of coding education with voice-enabled AI tutoring, intelligent diagram generation, and a workflow designed for mastery. Okay, we don't have a watch demo. See, this is nice. That's cool. Yeah, this is cool. So, tab-based workflow. Soon switch problem code and diagram. Natural voice conversations with pause and resume. Dual side code editor. Side-by-side pseudocode planning and Python implementation. AI diagram generation. Generate visual diagrams from your code and conversation context. Cool. Okay, I was wanting it to go through the process, the steps. Problem analysis. Start with comprehensive problem understanding using our clean tab interface. Use voice chat with our AI tutor to discuss approaches. Yeah, code in real time. Okay, it still needs to talk about. Okay. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, I mean, this is, yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's save it and then just for fun, we'll see if, we'll see what it looks like if we add the same treatment to the dashboard, even though I like the dashboard being really, really light mode. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's save that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just food for thought too. If this was like a real thing, you would want to probably separate this into components and not have each section be all on the same page. Um, but for simplicity, why not? Um, okay, so I want to do the same thing to the dashboard now. So we'll do code editor, diagram editor, chat, tutor chat. Okay. Do the same treatment to the dashboard styling. Okay. Swiss Electric Future Space. That's so funny. Swiss Electric Future Space aesthetic. That's a tongue twister. This should actually look pretty cool. Make it more better. Wait, what? Okay. This is pretty tight. This is pretty tight. Why not? I know it's silly. I like that though. Boop, boop. Oh, cool. It's got the transparency up there too. Yeah, that's tight. Okay. Clean typography, sophisticated layout. Yeah, let's see what the fuck you did. Huh. See, that's not good. Can't read that. That's tight. Ah, not great. I don't know. I don't know if I like it better. Let's give it another shot. Make the UI better for yeah, accessibility. It is too hard to read the text. That's not terrible. Let's see what happens, what it looks like when you start a problem.
Hello, I'm Elliot, your coding tutor.
Hey Elliot, give me an easy Python problem.
Hi, what type of programming concepts are you most comfortable with? Loops, lists, functions, or something else?
Yeah,
Let's work on
an easy iterate over a string.
Perfect. Let's work on an easy strings problem. Character counter. Here's what we need to do. Given a string, count how many times each character appears and return the results. For example, if we have hello, we get my H1, E1, L2, and O1. Does this sound good to start with?
Yes. Okay, let's see what it looks like. God, that looks bad. Yeah, that looks like shit. And it's not even pulling up the right one. Why does it do that? It's probably because I'm not not restarting the browser. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're getting sloppy, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, that broke. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we were better off the other way. Yeah, I didn't even fix it very well. Okay, yeah, fuck all that. Reject. Okay, so here's a good thing that I have never showed. So this is why you create a branch and then save your commits, and that way if you blow up something and you're like, fuck that, I don't want to use it, you just come here and oh, we didn't even, yeah, so I already rejected the differences. So this should be back to normal. And that's how you can confidently iterate. Yeah, because like, let's say we did take it, right? Okay, and like I said, I don't like it because the text is sloppy. Uh, like, yeah, basically the reader accessibility is dog shit on this. So, um, coupled with the fact that I want to wrap this up, and I'm not really trying to spend a whole lot of time fixing this. Let's just work with what works. So we say you can either reject it here or say you did this for multiple files for a while and you're like, okay, never mind. Like I just spent an hour and a half trying to test something and it looks like shit or it's not working, and I want to get back to a clean slate. Pretty simple. You just come here and discard your changes, right? And then you're back. Or you could reject it since we just were doing one file there. But then you're back. That's it, you know? So um, that's why you want to create branches. That's why you want to commit often. And that's how I kind of iterate and get through uh, fast fast testing of different features and functionalities. So cool. Well, I think that's going to be it for now. This is what we did, and pretty cool. I think this whole series was probably around 8 to 10 hours. I'm going to do a little demo video that goes through it um, uh, more more in depth, like a more traditional demo video. And yeah, I guess shit, if you're actually watching this and digging it, thank you. And I'm gonna keep making videos. So yeah, that's it for now.